Tepache is a traditional Mexican fermented drink made from pineapple peels, sweetened with brown sugar and flavored with warming spices like cinnamon. Unlike kombucha, which can have a stronger vinegar taste, or beer, which can be high in alcohol, tepache is only lightly alcoholic, around 1%, and naturally fizzy. Its gentle fermentation gives it a tangy sweet flavor that's refreshing and easy to drink, making it perfect for a hot day or as a fun homemade beverage for family and friends. We make tepache because it's sustainable. Most people throw away pineapple peels and cores, but tepache turns these scraps into a delicious drink. It's a simple way to reduce waste and make the most of every fruit. It is probiotic rich. During fermentation, naturally occurring bacteria on the pineapple skin multiply. These friendly microbes create lactic acid, which gives tepache its tangy flavor and also supports healthy gut bacteria. Drinking it is like giving your digestive system a little boost every time. It's refreshing and customizable. Tepache is incredibly versatile. You can add slices of ginger for a spicy kick, lime zest for a citrus brightness, or other spices like cloves or stanners for exotic flavors. It's like a blank canvas for your taste preferences. Think of tepache as homemade soda, but instead of artificial flavors, sugar overload, and carbonation from machines, the fizz comes naturally from fermentation. It's like nature's own sprinkling lemonade, crafted by tiny microbes doing their job. The ingredients will include 1 ripe pineapple. The peels and core contain natural sugars and friendly microbes that kick-start fermentation. You will also need a half to 1 cup of brown sugar. Sugar feeds the microbes, allowing them to produce the carbonation, mild alcohol, and tangy flavor. Adjust sweetness to taste. Here's also 1 to 2 cinnamon sticks. This adds warmth and depth. It also has mild antimicrobial properties that guide fermentation. Optional spices include cloves, ginger slices, or star anise for extra flavor layers. Also 1 liter of filtered water. Purified water removes chlorine and impurities that could harm the fermentation microbes. On to the tools. We will need 1 clean glass jar, about 2 liters. This is because glass is non-reactive and won't interact with the acids created during fermentation. We will also need cheesecloths or paper towels. This lets the jar breathe, allowing carbon dioxide to escape while keeping dust and insects out. And finally, the stirring spoon to mix the sugar and fruit gently. Filtered water is essential because chlorine in the tap water can kill the beneficial microbes on the pineapple peel. Using whole ripe pineapple matters because the fruit's natural sugars and enzymes like bromelain not only feed the microbes but also help break down the pineapple, giving your tepache a smooth texture and richer flavor. So first off, you want to wash the pineapple thoroughly. Before you do anything else, start by cleaning your pineapples. Fruits often carry dirt, dust, and tiny microbes from handling, shipping, or pesticides. These can interfere with fermentation sometimes, slowing it down or introducing unwanted flavors or harmful bacteria. You can use salt and baking soda wash. Fill a bowl with water and add a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking soda. Gently scrub the pineapple with this solution. Let it sit for 1 to 2 minutes before rinsing. This works because salt helps loosen dirt and tiny residues while creating a mild and antimicrobial environment, while sodium bicarbonate is slightly alkaline, which can neutralize acidic residues, pesticides, and wax coating on the fruit skin. This combination is effective at cleaning without using harsh chemicals, making it safer for fermentation. Rinse under running water. After scrubbing, rinse the pineapple thoroughly under running water. This removes any salt, baking soda, dirt, or residual pesticides, leaving the surface clean and ready for fermentation. Remove the skin and carefully chop the peels and core into small pieces. Also optional, dice the fruit itself if you want extra sweetness and flavor, but the peels are the main ingredients. Think of it like washing your hands thoroughly before cooking. If you skip this part, Germs or residues can spoil the food. It works the same way in fermentation. Add the fruits into the jar. Place the pineapple peels and diced core, if you decide to use, into your clean glass jar. These are the main source of natural sugars and microbes that will drive fermentation. Add sugar and spices. Sprinkle half to 1 cup of brown sugar. Then add cinnamon sticks and any optional spices like cloves, ginger, or star anise. You want to use filtered water and pour it over the fruit and sugar mixture, making sure everything is fully submerged. Submersion is important to create an oxygen-poor environment in the bottom where beneficial microbes thrive. You want to stir enough to dissolve the sugar and distribute the spices evenly. Avoid vigorous stirring, as this could introduce unwanted oxygen and disrupt the natural microbial balance. The sugar feeds on the naturally occurring microbes on the pineapple skin. Yeast begins converting sugar into tiny amounts of alcohol and carbon dioxide, the fizz, while lactic acid bacteria produce organic acids, which give tepache its tangy, refreshing flavor. Think of it as a tiny microbial orchestra, each microbe playing its part to create a symphony of taste. Cover the jar using a cheesecloth or paper towel secured with a rubber band. This allows air to escape while keeping dust, insects, and unwanted microbes out. Leave the jar at room temperature for 2 to 3 days. The warmth encourages the microbes to multiply and begin fermenting sugars. Stir gently once a day to ensure even fermentation and prevent molds from forming on the surface. When you start seeing tiny bubbles forming, that's carbon dioxide being released. Proof that the microbes are alive and active. The aroma should be pleasantly tangy and sweet, never foul or rotten. Fermentation time affects flavor. Shorter fermentation keeps it sweeter and mildly fizzy, while longer fermentation produces a stronger tang and slightly more alcohol. Strain the liquid after 2 to 3 days. Use a fine mesh strainer to separate the liquid from a pineapple solids. You can compost the solids or save them for another recipe. Also optional is secondary fermentation, where you can refrigerate the strained liquid for an additional day to let it naturally develop more carbonation. Then serve chill and enjoy with ice or mixed with sparkling water for a tropical soda-like drink. Refrigeration slows microbial activity, preserving the sweet tangy balance and preventing the drink from turning too alcoholic or sour. It's like putting the microbes to sleep so the flavor stays just right. Ginger adds a spicy warming kick. Lime zest provides bright, fresh citrus notes. Star anise, cloves, or allspice gives a rich, warm, exotic aroma. Spices don't just add flavor, they can subtly influence fermentation. Some have mild antimicrobial properties that discourage unwanted microbes, helping beneficial bacteria and yeast dominate. This is why cinnamon and cloves are traditionally used in tepache. They help guide the fermentation while adding taste. You want to refrigerate for freshness. After straining, store your tepache in the fridge for up to 1 week. The cold slows down the fermentation process, keeping the drink balanced, sweet, tangy, and naturally fizzy, without letting it turn too sour or alcoholic. Always use spoons, cups, or funnels that are thoroughly cleaned before contact with tepache. Contaminants like dust, bacteria, or even sticky fingers can introduce unwanted microbes that spoil the drink. Check for signs of spoilage. Discard tepache if you notice mold growth, unusual colors, or a rotten smell. Remember, a healthy tepache should smell pleasantly tangy, sweet, and slightly fermented, never foul or rotten. Think of it like storing homemade pickles or yogurt. Good hygiene and proper storage keep your creations safe, flavorful, and fun to enjoy. Probiotic power. Tepache is rich in probiotics, the beneficial bacteria from fermentation. These tiny organisms support a healthy gut microbiome, which can improve digestion, boost immunity, and even influence mood and energy levels. Low in calories and natural sugars. Compared to commercial sodas and sweetened beverages, tepache contains natural sugars from pineapple and brown sugar, but the fermentation process reduces some sugar content and adds complexity to the flavor, making it a lighter, healthier alternative. Nutrient boost. The fermentation process enhances the bioavailability of nutrients. Tepache contains B vitamins, antioxidants, and organic acids which are easier for your body to absorb because the microbes partially pre-digest sugars and compounds in the pineapple. Fermentation isn't just about taste. It transforms food into a living, nutrient-rich beverage. Organic acids and probiotics in tepache can help your gut break down other foods more efficiently, supporting overall digestion and nutrient absorption. So tepache is more than just a drink. It's a taste of Mexican tradition, a science experiment you can sip, and a sustainable way to use fruit scraps you'd naturally toss. You want to give this a try at home. Experiment with flavors like ginger, lime, or exotic spices, and share your favorite version in the comments.